Hello, we're back. We're doing Fallout 3 again. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I had to look up what part we were on. Oh shit, actually. Whoops. There we go. So we're doing Fallout 3 again. Part 6. Um, Trying to think of where. Okay, we left off with Mothership Zeta done. I'm kind of glad we got it out of the way. Today I think we're gonna go to Pittsburgh. We're gonna play the Pitt DLC, which is I think one of my favorite DLCs. It's really really good. A little bit of an open area. Well, let's clean up our stuff here. Um, all these weapons can go away. Got another Gatling laser out of that. That's pretty nice. Um, Base suit. Don't need that. I'm trying to think of the clothing. I don't really want to wear the Tesla armor over there because I feel like the Tesla armor is a little bit overkill. Um, hmm. Maybe this damaged power armor would be pretty good since we could use this to repair. Let's see here. Okay. So Captain's sidearm, plasma rifle, and pistol. I kind of want to get rid of that just so we have more weight to work with because this is only 2 pounds of weapons and this is surprisingly powerful. We're gonna go with that. Put on our armor. Wonderful. Now that we have it, just make sure it's repaired. Wonderful. Into the pit. So, Pittsburgh, really interesting place. Um, we could do Vault 92. Whoops. Or we could go straight to the pit. Because that's near all the death claws. Which maybe we could do that. I don't think that's too far. Let's see how the captain's sidearm treats us. Oh yeah. Pretty good. I think that's the disposal site, actually. We should probably head over there first. So I got my coffee here. We got some enchiladas. They're a little bit spicier than I thought they would be. I went to visit my parents yesterday. Oh man, they are they hurt. My throat is hurting right now, and I still got some on the plate. Probably gonna be nibbling on these. Okay, the agility bobblehead. I don't think there's much else in here. One bottle cap mine. think there's like some combat armor or something. Pretty, you know, unremarkable. We could do Vault 92 to get the violin. I don't think it's too hard to get it. Let me see. Okay, so it does have a quest marker now, so it shouldn't be too hard. Because I know Vault 92 is a little bit of a mess to get into. Maybe that's just because I'm not the best with directions, but you know. I want to talk more about Pittsburgh, but I feel like we should get there first. This is actually pretty nice. See this little blue thing? These antennas? Now that we've done... Blow that shit up. Yeah, fuck you. Now that we've done the quest involving our dad, the Enclave will spawn around the wasteland. And we actually got some Hellfire armor out of this guy. Thank you. That was a really long yell. You got some lungs, buddy. Yeah, so you'll just find a bunch of Enclave. And honestly, it makes using their armor a lot more pleasant. Is that a book? That's a nasty book. I don't want that. But we do have Hellfire armor now. Which is just better. And since we just got it, I don't feel bad about getting rid of it when we enter the DLC. There we go. Well, it's funny that we completed the quest before we actually got the marker on the map. Now, if I remember right, this vault is full of... What is it full of? Crabs? I think it's full of Mirelurks. Not sure why there's landmines here. Man, I don't remember any of this. Let Rex deal with that. Is this it? Supervisor's office? Probably not. Oh. Okay, very easy. Okay, that's a room. That's not an office. That's just a okay, that's another bedroom. Okay, an audio log. I don't think we need it. a laser rifle. Okay, we got a book. These are just logs. Okay, that was useless. We shouldn't have gone here. Okay, if I were a violin, where would I be? In a storage room? Perhaps? Okay, no. Apparently not. Maybe I need to think like a different violin. That's just an empty room. There's nothing up here. There's actually nothing up here. So we came in through there. Lab? Okay. Lab. Sounds good. Studio audio. Perfect. It was crabs. I wonder if you could actually find Mirelurk Kings. Because I don't think they spawn outside of very specific locations. Okay, that's utility. Man, this fox is just screaming his lungs out. Okay, there's people going crazy. We don't really care. Oh, another crap. Wait. This looks like a music room. Okay, that's an audio log. That's a projector. Okay. No. No, there's no... No, they're not in there. Okay, it's not that way. Maybe downstairs? I think there was a downstairs to this place. Okay, another book. Nice. Are we lucky? Nope, we're not lucky. Okay, a locked door. That's a good sign, right? Something that you want is often behind a locked door. Okay, that's just health and ammo. I just picked up a steam assembly. Get the crap out of here. Another, okay, a safe. Would I keep a violin in a safe? Maybe? No. Okay, needs a key. That's probably it. Oh, look at that. We can find a Mirelurk King here. Okay. Open the studio. That's the skeleton. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. How do we get out of here? Okay, that was you, so we go this way. And then we... No. Here? Okay, that's not it. Maybe it was this room. Ah, yes. Okay, goes to the right. All right. Well, that was easier than I thought. I guess finding the vault is really most of the quest because you got to go to Vault Tech headquarters and navigate downtown. So let us go to Megaton, and I think we got to give her some sheet music. I think.
J'aimerais qu'il y ait plus de gens.
Thank you. Thank you for the soda. Let's see. What was it called? Livre de partition? I think that's what you call sheet music. Going back to Agatha's house.
Oh Jésus Marie-Joseph, j'ai l'impression que votre départ remonte à une éternité. Dites-moi que vous m'apportez de bonnes nouvelles.
Here you go. Voila.
Oh mon Dieu, il faut que je le voie, s'il vous plaît.
Hello, Bry.
Oh, il est plus beau que
We're
tout
giving
ce
an
que
old
j'aurais
lady
pu
a
imaginer.
violin.
Je ne pourrai jamais assez vous remercier. J'aimerais avoir quelque chose à vous donner pour mieux vous récompenser de vos efforts. Tout ce que je peux faire, c'est vous donner la fréquence de ma radio. Écoutez-la quand vous aurez envie d'entendre une vieille femme jouer du violon.
Look at that. We got to level up. I'm doing good. I went to a concert last night. I saw Brand New. They were really, really great. And I got home last night. I was like, do I want to stream? And I was like, no, I better sleep first. And then, so here we are. And then today we're gonna go to Pittsburgh. We're gonna meet the Yinzers. A Yinzer is someone from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a really unique place. It was a good concert. Really weird crowd, but the music was great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do I want to level up? I don't even know anymore. Um. Hmm. Lockpick? Yes. Yeah, and so it was a really nice crowd. But no energy out of them, and I think it's because they were all old. They were all like old people. Um. So no moshing, no crowd surfing. I didn't get any phone numbers either. So it really wasn't too great of a crowd, but the music was really good. Um, so I'm eating some enchiladas, so I'm kind of feeling it right now. And I got some coffee. Um, I want. What do I want? Explosions. Right.
Eh bien, regardez ce que le vent a apporté.
So we gave her a violin. This old lady plays a homemade violin, and she says, "Hey, there's a vault nearby that has a legendary violin, perfectly preserved, and I would like you to get it." So we got it for her, and I think we have sheet music for her, but I don't know how to give it to her. Oh no. I pressed the button for her to play for us.
Vous êtes un ravisseur.
Okay. Um Okay, so man, how did I don't remember which option I need to pick because if you give her sheet music, it gives you a gun. Um,
Revenez.
okay, we gave her. Okay, we fucked it up,
Et
but we
voilà.
got good karma out of it. Whatever. Um, okay, so enough fucking around. We're going to Pittsburgh. Part of me wanted to put this game into English for this part because Pittsburgh is a really unique place in America. Um, if you can think of American accents, of course, like New York, like a New York Italian accent, that's a really famous accent. California Valley Girl, that's like a really famous accent. Um, Southern, right? Of course, everyone knows like Southern American accent. That's a really distinct one. Probably the most unique one is Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh is a really interesting place because instead of using you and y'all, right? Like I grew up a little bit Southern, so I use y'all a lot for the plural you. Pittsburgh has yins, right? So they could say something like um yeah, yins, right? Yins. Um I think it's I don't know if it's with an S or a Z, but so like when speaking to like, let's say you have some kids, yin's got to clean up your room. So instead of saying you got to clean up your room, you say yin. Yin's got to clean up your room. Oh, oh, that's a fatty. Where's my gun? Fuck you. And so it's like a really unique type of speaking. Um, and I think it's really interesting. I don't think they do much of it in the DLC in the English version, but there are some like local accents that they have, and I think they're really unique. I used to work with a guy from Pittsburgh, and it's very strange how they speak. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's bad, but um, but it's definitely one of those accents that when you hear it, you're like, man, is that a what language is that? Where are we at? These are the clifftop shacks. I think there's a unique weapon around here, if I remember where it is. Ah, there it is. This nail board is called the Conseil d'Education, or in English, the Board of Education. Baltimore accent? No. Man, that's a tough one. Like the hardest to understand, or I don't know. That's a tough one. I want to say like Louisiana. Yeah, no, like those are an exaggeration, right? Because people with accents only speak their accents to people. It's like a what do they call that? It's like a code switch. Like you don't accent without someone there to reciprocate that accent with you. But I think the funniest ones are the Louisiana French. Like those are insane. it doesn't even sound like English anymore. Louisiana French is really, really interesting because it's not like French Canadian, right? Where they have like two very distinct languages and they have like kind of an accent to them. No, Louisiana French is like it's like slop. Like I cannot understand what they're saying at all, even if they're speaking in English. Oh, okay, nothing hit him. Thanks. Thanks, game. Let's see here. Here you got something better. Oh, I have a Gatling laser. Where did this come from? Forgot we got one of these. So to get to this DLC, we have to go we have to go all the way up to the north of the map. And take a train to go there. A little bit interesting. It almost has a plot similar to what's that John Carpenter movie? Escape from New York? It feels almost like Escape of New York, where everyone is a scumbag and there's no good side to deal with. It feels like that. It feels very 80s. And they even add 80s guns to it. I think remember earlier we were talking about how the 44 Magnums in this game have a scope on it, and that's a little bit silly for a pistol. In the DLC, they add a new assault rifle that has a scope on it and a suppressor, but they cut the stock off of it to make it look cooler. So very, very 80s. I love the look of it. And then Pittsburgh, of course. The football team in Pittsburgh is the Steelers. Steelers. And they are black and yellow. So the power armor you get from Pittsburgh is black and yellow for the Steelers. Which, you know, sports. Ooh, they love their sports in Pittsburgh. So we got to find this guy, but unfortunately the north area of this map is full of a bunch of cliffs. So it's a little pain in the butt to get around. Here's a power station. Let's go check it out. Now that we're over here. Sports fans can be scary. Okay. I'm going to admit something here. I am a sports fan. I am a 49ers enjoyer. Faithful. But yeah, I never take it that far. I don't know. Sports are fun. Sports are fun, and especially like when you get like you grow up with a team, right? Like I don't live in San Francisco. I don't even live in California. Hey, you guys are a bunch of assholes. Yeah, I don't even live there. But because my dad was a 49er, you know, and like if you ever see my parents' house, it's like a 49er blanket, a 49er flag, 49er coffee cups, 49er shoes, 49er slippers. You know, you're working out, you put on your 49ers tank top. Like it's just, you know, it's just something you grow up with. And even though my mom is a she's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Don't tell anybody. I still love her. I'm not a phony. I was born there. I was born in the Bay. Born in Santa Clara County. That's where the Niners are. Um, but once you grow up with a team, you gotta stick with the team. You know, like you know how like people can immigrate from one country to another, and you could be like, oh, I used to live in Ethiopia and I moved to America and now I'm American. I think that's acceptable. But if you are from one team and you switch your team, nah, you're scum. That is the worst thing. That is unacceptable. Even if your team sucks, you gotta be faithful to your team. Oh, no, I don't really watch Seth MacFarlane shows, but I think I know the reference. You know, but you gotta be faithful to your team. Once you have a sports team, you can't leave your sports team. If someone was like, well, I grew up a Cowboys fan, but now I like the Jets. I don't fuck with that person. You know, like that's insane to me. You can't give up a sports team. Yeah, it is like it is a crime to give up a sports team. Now, if you were a real LA fan, you'd be a Raiders fan.
Merci pour ton aide avec ces types. Ils ont fini par retrouver ma trace.
Look at this guy. Look at how 80s he looks. He looks dirty, sweaty, messy hair.
Bon, tu sais qui je suis. Toi, qui es-tu?
Yeah. Well, if you don't have a team, you know, you could get a team. Like I never grew up with soccer. Um and I only got into it fairly recently. So I'm like, "Oh, you know, I guess I'm an Arsenal guy." You know, but I picked it up kind of late in life. LA has the Rams now. They used to have the Raiders. It used to be the LA Raiders. And then they got moved to Oakland. And then the who was it? The Chargers, San Diego. They moved to LA and then they moved back. And now it's yeah, I don't know. LA has some problems with moving teams around. I used to like so my family, you know, they're from the Bay, they're from San Francisco area, which is San Francisco to the west, um, Oakland to the east, and San Jose to the south. And most, you know, most of my family, the ones I hung out with, we were all 49ers fans. But the family that lives in Oakland, of course, they're Raiders fans, right? And I mean, like Raiders fans, like super fan. Like I'm talking, he's got like, you know, chest tattoos. You know, go Raiders. And every year during the preseason, they would have a match between the Niners and the Raiders because there's not that many games. You know, there's only 16 games a year. Well, now it's 17. And they would have a match, Niners Raiders, and unfortunately, they'd call it the Battle of the Bay. And it was a really nice rivalry, you know, crosstown rivalry. And I think someone got shot in the parking lot, and then they stopped doing that. So, you know, so much for that. These guys are all slavers, so this is morally correct.
Oh mon Dieu, vous les avez tués? Bon sang, c'est pour nous sauver que vous êtes là?
What do we say? You're free. Get the fuck out of here. What did I say? Get out of here. Thanks. Okay. So this guy wants us to get a disguise like a slave to enter Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh is like a slave
Super,
state.
t'as trouvé un déguisement.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know how we feel about the Bible around here. Let's go to Pittsburgh. Wow, I love Pittsburgh. So, interesting thing about Pittsburgh. There's three rivers that meet in the city. And I should have brought up the map again. Should have brought up the map. I thought I had it earlier,
Attends, quelqu'un approche. Laisse-moi parler.
and it's Pittsburgh was historically a really important location for ironwork, right? They would make all the iron and the steel in Pittsburgh. And that's what this is kind of themed around.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites là?
Je pourrais te retourner la question. Tu ne manques pas de tripes pour revenir ici, Werner.
Ouais? Eh ben, je crois que c'est la différence entre nous. Des tripes, j'en ai. Pas comme d'autres.
Well, thanks, Warner.
Te voilà.
Else shooting at me. He says, "Let me do the talking," and then just shoots her immediately. Like, come on, dude.
J'avais bien raison.
Dude, tell me you're not glitched. No. Come on. We got fucking places to be, dude. Yeah, so Pittsburgh was historically a really important iron place. That's why the team there is called the Steelers. And that's why the city was so polluted. It used to be crazy polluted. I guess it still is. And so in this DLC, that's one of the that's one of the core things about the game is the pollution.
Je peux pas aller plus loin. À toi de te débrouiller maintenant. Si tu te déguises en esclave, tu pourras franchir les portes sans problème. Une fois à l'intérieur, trouve une esclave. Rappelle-toi.
Okay. So here in this entering the city. Yeah, no, it's steel, Steel, Steeler. But with the accent, they'd say it like Stillers, still, like not, not moving. It's the Stillers. And so, I mean, they did a pretty good job with the skyline, right? Pittsburgh has a lot of museums. Actually, let's move back a little bit. So there's a bridge there. Here's a bridge. I think there's another bridge further along. There's 3 rivers that go through the city. We have a new map, right? In real life, I think this would be a park. And this is like the University of Pittsburgh here. Off to the side here, on the other side of the river, would be Heinz Field. Yeah, so it's like a really... I mean, they took a little snapshot of the city. It's pretty cute. And what makes this place interesting is that instead of being like Washington, D.C., where it's mostly lawless, Pittsburgh here has developed like a government. But it is like a slavery-based society where they will kidnap people and turn them into slaves to make steel. And we're trying to talk to a woman named Medea and do what she wants, right? We don't, I don't think at this point of the story, we don't really know what's going on yet. Okay, actually, are we in a good spot for this? I want to get up here. Okay, we're going to save. And we're going to jump in the river. And this is one of the most polluted rivers in the game. If we jump in, look at our radiation number. Wow, it didn't even go up. I think I saw 400? How much did we get? 347. 347 radiation per second. Yeah. So this area is comically polluted. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be similar to like Caesar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas, where, you know, it's kind of like, oh, the world changed, so it's okay to be bad. Well, we'll see. This is a very morally gray conflict. That guy blew up. Okay. When we enter here, we need to make sure we put on our armor. As you can see, very gladiator style. Got my little skirt on. And now they think we're one of the slaves that escaped, and then we came back. So that's what they think.
J'adore. Encore un esclave qui revient. Hein? Alors, t'as pas réussi à franchir le pont? T'as de la chance que je te... Pourquoi je devrais...
Okay, now we come back in, and nothing happens to us, right? If we didn't wear our armor, if we didn't wear our disguise, and we walked in here, we would get jumped, and they'd beat the crap out of us. In a cutscene, of course. You know, so you can't fight back. So here we are. Look at him cutting that steel. Damn. And this area is very vertical. There's like a vertical city above us. Where is Medea? We're looking for a lady named Medea. Oh, this lady sells us food.
Ne regarde pas.
Ouais, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
And she gives us slop. That's what it's called in the English version. And it is, I think, the worst food in the game. 18 radiation, 25 health. It is comically bad for you. But you don't have any, we don't have anything to heal with.
C'est Werner qui t'envoie pas vraiment de...
Oh, we have to follow behind a slow NPC again. There you go. I'm gonna have some enchiladas. Hold on.
Ne me regarde pas. Les gardes soupçonneraient quelque chose.
Okay, fucking move. Move, lady. Yeah, and if you get close to her, she stops and turns around and says, "Don't talk to me here. Follow me to my room." And you're like, "Lady, just walk. Please, for the love of God, just walk." There we go.
D'accord, on peut parler, mais pas trop longtemps. Ils ont vu que tu venais ici. Alors ils viendront te chercher si tu traînes trop. J'ai un plan pour te faire entrer dans le palais d'Ashur, mais il faut attendre. D'ici là, tu vas devoir te mélanger aux autres.
Okay, so she needs our help, and we need to get an audience with Asher, right? And the only way to do that is to fight in the pit. But first, we need to look like a regular worker. So we're going to do a steel job. We're going to gather steel from the junkyard.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici, Midea? C'est qui ce scab?
Rien. Rien, monsieur. Je lui parlais du travail confié par
And
notre maître. Il faut bien l'expliquer aux
so let's see here.
Ah ouais.
She tells us there's an
Alors, c'est lui qui
infection
va sortir
in
de
this
ce
city,
trou, hein?
that anyone who's born in this city
Je lui ai dit ce qu'il devait faire.
has
Il le sait.
terrible genetic mutations and is going to die and turn into a trog,
J'espère que tu lui as
which are
aussi
basically
dit.
like
Ah.
Resident Evil
Bon, fini de rigoler.
lickers.
Au boulot, les meules.
They're like these really weird red creatures.
Allez, on avance.
And we're going to fight some pretty soon. So we need to go do that job. Okay. And this job is really interesting because it's like an open area. And there's 100 to collect. 100. And you get rewards every 10. And I should have a guide. I don't have a guide. We'll make it work. Here we are in the foundry. I love areas like this. It reminds me of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Don't know if you ever played the foundry on that. We're gonna go get a weapon from the snitch here. This guy's a little bitch.
Hey, pas si fort. Hey, pas si fort.
Thank you. And now we get to talk with one of my favorite
Alors
people.
c'est toi qui as décroché la timbale et qui doit me rapporter des barres de métal aujourd'hui, hein?
And he says, Everett says, "Hey, are you the next dead sucker who's gonna try to collect metal?" And then if you're happy, if you say, "Yes, it's me,"
Ça fait plaisir de voir un peu d'enthousiasme pour une fois. Eh ben, suis-moi.
and he says, "Yeah, I'm glad to see some enthusiasm out of you." Did Tony Hawk 3 have? Yes, yes, it is. It did have that one in the soundtrack.
Tu vois ce mec là-bas? T'en verras des tas dans son genre.
There's one of the
Leur survie
fucking guys up there.
tombera probablement sur les dingues qui vivent dans le haut fourneau. Je vais te dire, si tu me rends des services en te faisant buter près de la porte,
Ugh, disgusting.
t'aurais pas à aller trop loin pour piller ton cadavre, hein?
And he gives us some great words of encouragement. He says, "Make sure you die close to the door."
Viens me les donner et je verrai si je peux te refiler un petit quelque chose.
Okay, so here we are in the scrapyard. This is a huge area, very vertical. And these are the steel ingots that we're looking for, right? Each one weighs 1 pound. We need 10 of them. But because we're on the first step here, every single one we grab is weightless because it's a quest item. So presumably if you do it really quick, you can get it done. Okay. This weapon is glitched. You have to... There we go.
Billy, c'est moi. John, ton frère. Tu te souviens de moi, pas vrai, Billy?
I'm from America.
Billy?
This guy's gonna die. Well, he's dead. I don't know. I used to live in Texas. I used to live in California. I got a lot of weird accents that come out sometimes. Parkour. Yep, still got it. Okay, next one. Got a plank here, go across. Not in here, in this dumpster. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this lower area first. Okay, I got your number. Coming in there. Yeah, there you go. There's nothing in here. Nope. Okay, this area we're gonna do at the end. Yeah. Yeah, and then now I don't live in either of them. Oh, I'm terrible at Wordle. Holy shit. Okay. Let's see. 5 out of 10. Elimination. 5 out of 10. Information. There we go. Okay. We're going to turn on these robots because they're going to help us out. There we go. They help us clear out all these trogs here. This is such a good weapon. Holy shit. Okay, 2 more. Save. Yeah, I live in Colorado right now. So right now we have 11 ingots. Let's see how many I can get. I don't think I can do all 100 off of memory, but I can do a pretty good amount. I'm not that washed up. I'm too fat to walk through this. Huh. Really? Okay. We'll go a long way. And this area is very vertical. And we got to come up here. And we got to jump on this one with the pipe. Jump, turn. There we go. 1, 2. Is there one at the end? I don't think there is. Got to come across here. Boards. Jump. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we already did that dumpster. Nothing on this roof. We go on the broken fence. I think there's 2 more. Okay, 1, 2. Yeah, Steelers, I mean, it was a job. It was a job. Now most of the industry is closed down. It ain't coming back either. Okay, got some health items. Let's put those stim packs on our hotkey. C1, go. Get out of here. Hmm. think it's to the left here. Oh, there's no chat commands, but I appreciate it. Okay, I think we have to go up these stairs. Come down the other side. There's a pile of meat. Yep. Still remember the meat. 2 more. Wow, you went flying. Okay. We gotta come up this way, jump up and over. I remember this jump was a real slut. Here, we gotta get some momentum and jump. 2 more. Now we go down the drainage ramp. Ooh, actually, there are some underneath the stairs. Maybe not. I feel like I'm going paranoid now. I'm like, did I pick up those ingots? Who knows? Okay, some more trogs. Okay, out of here. This guy has our first real armor. And 3 more ingots. Come over here. Yeah. 3 more. Okay. I like how you're just standing there. And a gun. I don't think there's any more here. I walk up the stairs. Anything underneath? No. No, but just checking. Never hurts to check. Ooh. Okay, I remember I fail this jump all the time. There we go. Okay, now we have to take this across. 2 more on the bridge. Some dead guy. Sucks to be you. Okay. From here, there's a roof we need to drop down onto. But which one was it? That one. Okay, I see it. So, onto the lower roof. 2 more here. Drop down again. Under this stair. This is the one. 2 here. These ruined me before. Okay, now we're gonna go to the north here. 2 more. What are we at? 38. We're making progress. We're gonna come up this little alley here. Well, that was easy. In this cart. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stim pack. Some ammunition. You have a sword. Oh, I will take that. Okay, that returns us. I think we need to go around this corner. And there should be a couple more ingots and a shotgun. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2. How's the shotgun? Okay, only 7 shots. Well, can't have everything. Is that it for the lower area? I think it is. Now we have to be on this area here. Okay, so we already got the ones from that. Oh, actually, I think we need to go back on that one. Because we need to jump over the fence. And this is where it gets weird. So we need to come up here. We're going to save. On the edge, jump, hit here. Okay. Now we have to kind of get up on the edge here. Alright. Save again. Yeah, this is like weird. You're like on the edges. So you have to here, jump, over this, into this like nothing area. Or 2 more ingots. I don't think there's anything on the other side. But yeah, this is like we're entering Minecraft parkour time. We're getting and some of these areas you could kind of get stuck in the map a little bit. So I mean, it's good that they did it. I do like the variety, right? Like you don't really get to jump around in Fallout. Okay, so that's all done. Now we can start moving up. There should be a dead guy here. And his name's Bill. We're going to take his gun and his bandana. Look at that. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay, there's some... Now, these guys are not good at their job at all. Holy shit. Take your gun as well. More ingots and some healing items. Okay, now from here we're on the pipe. I think we have to ride one of these pipes to somewhere. Which one was it? I think it's this one. Let's save, because if we fall off, we're going to die. Alright, we're on the pipe. Or 2 more ingots. And of course we get attacked from behind. But these are pretty easy. Okay, we're going to drop down. Right. Some lady with a fun haircut. Okay. Do we drop down more? I don't think we do. Because we've already been down here. Let's clear these guys out with our sidearm. Nice. I think up here... And we're still going to use the axe. Okay, this area is leading up to the blast furnace, but we don't want to go all the way up to the blast furnace just yet. We need to go in here, next to these weird, nipple-shaped things. Excuse me. Move that body to the side. 3 grenades. 1, 2, 3, 4 ingots there. Healing items. Check our count. 56. We're doing good. Okay, now this is where we have to drop down some more. I love this auto axe. Holy shit. Okay, now we save. Because we need to drop down onto these. And this might kill us. Ouch. Okay. Now we have to drop down one more time. To here. Okay. And now we're on this railing overlooking the previous area. And this whole area, optional, right? You only have to have the 10 ingots to progress the quest. But I think this is, like, honestly too good to pass up. Like, this is a really neat area. Auto axe. 4 more ingots. We can repair our axe now. Oh yeah. And as is tradition, when we pick up something important, we get ambushed. But we're using an automatic axe, so, you know, just the thing for you. Okay, now we drop down and back up to where we were previously. Love it. Love the fires coming out of random shit here. So industrial. Okay. Now we can finally head up to the blast furnace. The blast furnace has a little bit of radiation and has more enemies with firearms. So we might switch away from the axe here. And we only have... We have pretty limited ammunition. And we don't want to use it. So we're going to need it later. Very vertical. Okay, there's a turret here. Okay, Wordle. Addressed. 5. Okay, repressed. 7. Refresh. Got it. We're going to turn it off. So you, where'd your body go? There it is. Got you. These 32 pistols are really bad. They are the worst pistols in the game. But this one that we're using has increased critical damage. So as long as we're lucky, it'll do the job for us. We're going to come up on the blast furnace here. Yeah. Okay, did we miss something down there? No, we're good. We're still good. Okay, now we come up here. And as we come up here, more people spawn behind us, of course. But we're at the top with a fuck ton of ingots. Let's check our count. 72. We're doing good. And we get to look at this beautiful panorama. A little bit of PS3 era graphics. Like you could tell, like these are simple meshes, you know. That's just a square. But love it. Love the smokestacks too. Now, from here, we jump down. Actually, let's save. I don't want to die. Ow. Oh, we jumped onto the wrong one. Whoops. Okay. Need to jump on that one. There we go. We have to jump on here. And this is the giant bridge back down. But there should be more ingots at the very end of this. And voila. Oh, I love how vertical that is. Okay. 79. I sure hope we didn't miss any, because I'd be... Honestly, at this point, I'd be a little upset. And so now let's do the final area. Which is this room that we walked past earlier. And this is like a little gauntlet, almost. But at the very least, it's an interesting little area. Turret. Continued. Okay. Monastery. Worse? Only one? Poisonous? Okay. Come on. Help me out here. Come on. Nothing? Oh, there's one. Fuck. Fuck. I know it's one of these two, but I don't want to click on one. Try it again. Godfather. Okay, so only one. It cannot end in ER. Separated. 5. Okay. Generated. Also 5. There we go. Let's clear the turret data. No, not shooting at anybody. Okay. We'll turn them off then. Let's activate that. There we go. Okay, those are trogs. Yikes. Okay, 3 more. 2, 3. Another one? More, 2 more. Man, this is a lot of gore. Holy shit. Okay, another computer. I don't think this does anything. Nope. Ooh, you have a sword. Health pack. What's up here? Some grenades. More health. Scattered 3. No, so they're just too close. Southeast. Yeah, there we go. We don't want the turrets. Oh. Oh, I almost died. This is a tripwire. And grenades fall out of this pipe. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Holy shit. Okay. One of these minecarts has some ingots in it. But I don't remember which one. This one? Nope. Yeah, you know, every time I see mine carts, it just PTSD starts coming back. Okay, I picked up a fucking bottle. There you go, drop that. This one? Nope. Skeletons? Okay. Flamethrower? Yes, please. Some dead guy? Okay. Ah, here we go. Another flamethrower. I've never seen one of that. One, 2, 4. Okay. We're at 90. Oh, we're on the home stretch. 90 ingots. I swear to God, if we get to 99, I'm going to be pretty upset. Okay. So here's a bunch of dead people with bobby pins trying to pick open this door. They all died on the way trying to do it. And if we open the door, here's a guy who smoked a fuck ton of cigarettes and then killed himself. Little visual storytelling like that really sets this game apart. And some more ingots. I hear you. Okay, you're not that close. You too? Alright. Ooh, this room. Okay. Run in here. Unique auto axe. Ingot. I think if we press the button, it activates a baseball machine. We're gonna press it. Yeah, and what's funny about this room is that it's just a baseball diamond. Right, you got the pitcher right there, home base. First, second, and third. You know, still having fun in the apocalypse. How many are we at? 97? Oh my god, we're at 97. I thought that was supposed to be the last one. Okay. No mods. No mods. This is completely vanilla. Well, I mean, we have the DLCs, but... Fuck. Okay. We only have 97. We missed 3. We missed 3 ingots. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did we miss them? Dude, I don't fucking know. Wait. I do know. Did we get the ones at the far end of the scrapyard?
Circulez, s'il vous plaît.
No, oh, I think we did. We already got the ones from this guy. Oh, fuck. And the thing is, we cannot use a guide here. Like, if we use a guide, the guide will just list out how to pick them all up in order, and we don't know which ones we didn't get. Oh, fuck. Okay, got one's down here. Got the trash can. Might, no, we already got those. Maybe we missed some on a train car? No. No, we would be able to see them. Okay, we got those. I feel like they're on a rooftop. I honestly feel like they're on a rooftop and we just fucking walked right by them. We've already went down that way. How long do I stream? Um, I don't know. If anywhere from an hour to 3 or 4, it depends. I got a day off today and I'm not doing anything tomorrow, so I'll probably stream till I get hungry or something. But I got enchiladas, so I might be streaming longer. Oh. Okay, got the ones down on the roof. Yeah, we got those. Wasn't I just streaming? I stream, like, during the daytime I try to stream kind of games that I want to play. But at nighttime I just stream Battlefield because that's like my comfort game. So, you know, you might see like morning me and then afternoon me. So, you know, kind of different people sometimes. Okay, Wild Bill. Okay, we got the pipe ones. We dropped down there. Wildman Camp, we got those. Oh. Oh, actually, Joe. Yeah. Whoops. got those. Okay. Maybe around here? No, that's that. You can't drop down there. We were just here. Yeah. Okay. We were just there. Okay. You know what? This is good enough. This is good enough. I don't want to waste too much time because I know I'm gonna be really. I'm gonna crash out if I keep looking. We're gonna go with 97. If we got the 100 steel ingots, we would have gotten the Steeler's armor. But honestly, we're not gonna use it anyways. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. All the other rewards up to it are pretty good. Yeah, we just have better armor to use. That's my copium. Oh, you know what? We didn't fuck up. There's some in here on the way back. Yeah, on the way back in, one of these. Yeah, there you go. They attack. And there's a hole in the fence or something. No, not here. It's a pipe. Is it on the other side? There it is. Yeah, they cut a hole in the fence. And I think there's some... in here? Question mark? Minecart? Yeah, oh, there they are. Holy shit. Come here. 100. Let's go. I'm not washed up. Right, Everett.
Eh, regardez qui revoilà. Je vais prendre ces barres, Scab. Retourne là-bas faire ton boulot. T'as vraiment un don pour ça. Tiens, ça devrait t'aider dans ton boulot. Son ancien propriétaire n'en a plus besoin. Il s'est fait décapiter.
Okay, so Everett is pretty cool because even though we're doing a very dangerous job, he's willing to give us some stuff that he probably shouldn't give us because we're so
Je vais
good at
le
our job.
prendre.
What do you got for
Je
me?
crois que je peux me passer de ça.
He gives us a filtration mask. Here's some more
Rien.
bars. What do you got for me?
Ouais, on dirait que tu l'as mérité. Si tu dois retourner là-bas,
He gives us some steel knuckles.
plus de métal. Si je te refile un peu de métal cette fois. Cette armure était une commande spéciale pour un combattant du trou. Super contre les balles. Mais ça l'a pas aidé quand on l'a poussé du pont.
And this, he gave us some metal armor. He says the guy who wore this armor was bulletproof. So we threw him off a bridge to
Plus de
kill him.
métal,
What do you got for
bien
me?
sûr. Et c'est assez bizarre. Tiens, j'ai trouvé ça sur un connard hors de la ville. Un génie a bricolé son laser. Canon en métal poli, quelques prismes à l'intérieur, et hop, un light show mortel.
Now he gives us the metal blaster, which is the shotgun laser rifle.
Rien ne vaut le dur labeur, hein? Tu parles. Regarde, c'est à la pointe de la mode, non? Si tu portes cette armure, tout le monde voudra se coller contre toi. Et alors, ils se retrouveront à ta portée, hein?
Okay,
Plus de...
that's some miscellaneous armor.
J'imagine que tu l'as mérité. Ça a appartenu à un prêtre du désert. Il disait que ça le rendait imperméable aux balles.
This
Bien
is like
sûr,
some
ça n'a pas tenu bien longtemps.
desert armor.
Mais c'était super marrant.
Oh, leather rebel. Okay,
Pas mal.
what you got?
Tout ce métal rapporté, je suppose que ça mérite quelque chose capable d'en remontrer aux trogs. Ce truc-là a buté des trogs et des ghouls d'ici à Monroeville. Ça vaut le coup de l'essayer.
Oh, the what's that called? In the English version, that's called the Mauler.
Rien
Special
ne vaut
auto
le dur
axe.
labeur, hein? Je devrais probablement pas, mais je crois que tu l'as largement mérité. Voilà, c'est le meilleur flingue que j'ai jamais eu. La détente est un peu lente, mais il compense en puissance et en précision. Une merveille.
He gives us the unique infiltrator called the Perforator.
Plus de métal pour la scierie. Eh ben ça alors, ça fait 100 barres rapportées. Moi qui ne m'attendais pas à en voir une seule. Ça vaut bien le clou de ma collection. Cette armure remonte à l'époque où la confrérie a essayé de raser Pitt. Certains des tribaux qui vénéraient Ashur ont voulu le faire ressembler à leur dieu. Il suffit de la porter pour se sentir comme un dieu.
There we go. And then we tell him, I didn't find any more steel.
Ouais, je crois que tu les as tous rapportés. T'assures en sidérurgie?
Sidérurgie. You're a hell of a stealer, kid.
D'accord.
Alright, so we finished his quest. And we got all this beautiful armor that he gives us. And this is the unique one. Tribal armor. Action points increased. Melee weapons increased. Charisma increased. Strength. And minus agility. We also get the filtration mask. I think that's the best head armor for now. Yep. Up bandana. Lave outfit. I don't care. We'll try to keep the rest of these. Metal. The gamma. Gamma armor. Drop that. And then now we have the Mauler and the Eviscerator. I forgot which one. I think this one ignores armor, and this one's just higher damage. This Coupe de Poing, this should be Steel Knuckles. I guess that didn't make the translation. And we got our sweet Perforator. Oh yeah. The Preston with the scope. And if we go somewhere with some light, black and yellow, baby. Repping the Steelers. I respect the Steelers. I like them as a team. They do a pretty good job keeping head coaches and keeping quarterbacks. I hate seeing the carousel. You know, like you want to see someone stick and develop. And the cow skull on the side. Ooh, what a look. Reminds me of, I don't know if you ever played Destiny. The Ahamkara spine. Really good. Here's Millie.
T'as vu Wild Bill?
And we found Wild Bill. Yeah, I found him. And he's dead.
Il est...
Sorry, lady. Yeah. Yeah, black and yellow. I think he was from Pittsburgh. Okay, Medea, we did your job.
Bien. Pile.
And now we have to listen to a speech before we could fight in the arena.
Vous apporte de bonnes nouvelles. Nous sommes à l'aube d'un nouvel âge d'or.
I'm gonna have some enchiladas while he's yapping.
Survivre. Nous prospérons. Et si j'ai mené vos efforts, c'est bien grâce à votre force que le reste du monde nous envie. Et par-dessus tout, il envie nos victoires sur le front de la liberté. Car oui, la liberté est le but pour lequel nous œuvrons tous ensemble. Célébrer cette lutte, je vous le demande, loyaux travailleurs. Qui parmi vous est prêt à se battre pour sa liberté?
Ici, nous en avons un. Cet homme va se battre dans le trou. Allons, Ashur. Allez-vous envoyer dans le trou quelqu'un
Jeune homme,
qui ait réellement une chance?
tu n'incarnes pas seulement le rêve d'accession à la liberté des travailleurs, mais aussi celui de notre libération des menaces du monde.
C'est elle qui organise les combats.
There we go. Whew. Man, these are spicy. Holy shit.
Bonne chance là-bas. On compte sur toi.
Ça a été un plaisir de te connaître, Scad.
Okay. Ooh, man. All right. So, we listen to him yap. One of the things that he does to make things feel fair for the slaves is he has this tournament. And we have to enter this tournament and kill everybody to no longer be a slave. And if you ever seen Mad Max 2, it's just that. It's the Thunderdome.
Alors, voilà l'enflure de scab qui a signé pour se battre dans le trou, hein? Eh ben descends, fais hydratatant.
And of course, everyone makes fun of us. As we were walking in, one of the guys was like, "It was nice knowing you." All right, here she is.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais ici, esclave? Ne me dis pas que tu veux te battre. Tu signes pas, tu me dis que tu veux te battre, j'arrange un combat, tu crèves et je répète mon petit discours au prochain connard. Ça te va? Tu veux y aller? Allez, la mort peut pas être pire que ta vie, ici.
She says, "Oh, dying is better than your life, isn't it?" You know, suppose it is. Want to fight?
Ah ouais?
Yep, sign me up.
D'accord. Si tu te sens
So now, because we entered the scrapyard and we got all these great weapons, we actually have a pretty decent chance against all... Oh, I dropped. We're gonna use a flamethrower. We have a pretty decent chance against all these other guys. And this is a pretty interesting way to set this up. As soon as the fight starts, they drop radiation, barrels in. Did they all die? How did you die? The barrel fell on you. Bruh.
Wow, impressionnant, esclave.
Yeah, well, I'm playing on very easy, which for the main game makes sense, but for the DLC, honestly, should be a little bit harder. But you know what? Whatever, we're fine.
Encore toi? T'en veux encore, hein?
You want some more, huh? Yeah,
Mieux vaut ne pas con...
let's do it.
Parfait, c'est le...
So, whenever we enter, the barrels drop crazy radiation, so we better get this done quick. I think these are the Bear Brothers. That guy has a death claw gauntlet. How much for you? Give me that flamethrower, buddy.
Pas mal, la meule, pas mal. Les frères Bear étaient des méchants.
Not bad,
Un
not bad.
combat et tu es libre. Mais n'espère pas trop
One
gagner
more
celui-là.
fight and we're free.
Voilà une picouse contre les radiations.
We're gonna use Blaster Metal.
Encore toi? T'en veux encore, hein? Ce sera ton dernier combat, Scab. Si tu le gagnes, je t'appellerai plus jamais comme ça. T'es d'attaque?
Do it.
Hé, parfait! C'est le genre de choses que j'aime entendre.
So, a little bit weird thing about what they're calling us. They're calling us a scab. And, at least in American English, a scab is usually someone who is not a union worker who works, crosses a picket line. Very negative connotation. Hit this fucker. Come on. Yeah.
Eh, tu t'y entends? T'as fait...
Hé, j'arrive. Dégage.
I don't think they heal our radiation on the last one. No, they do. Okay. And now this locker has all of the stuff we came in with. Gotta make sure we take all of it. And now we're overweight. Fuck my life. So we gotta drop some stuff off. Basic assault rifle, get rid of that. Repair those. Hunting rifle, we don't need it. Frag mines, I don't care. SMG, no thank you. Leather armor we'll get rid of. And the Enclave Hellfire armor we could get more of, so we don't care about that. Blood pack. And the slop, we'll leave the slop away. Repair here. Perfect. We're good to go. So that quest is done. We have freed ourselves from slavery. And now we get to go back and talk to Asher.
Pas mal. J'aurais jamais cru que quelqu'un réussirait à se payer.
I think that lady in the English version says, wow, you killed the fuck out of Gruber. I honestly thought about changing this back to English, just because I love the Pittsburgh accents here. But I think the French is funnier. So now we are no longer a slave. We work with the raiders who bring people into slavery. Which is not necessarily better, because these guys are, if you talk with them, they all say, yeah, this job is better than being a slave, but, you know, if you die and get hurt, or you just can't do it anymore, you just die. You know, so it's not like they have a better end of the deal. Anyways, real life location here. I don't know about this statue, but if we look up, this is the Cathedral of Education in Pittsburgh. Real location, real beautiful place.
Si t'en as autant dans...
Le seigneur Ashur va arriver. Attends à l'intérieur. Si je te dis que je m'en suis occupé. Je suis à toi. Le temps de maintenir l'ordre et de rendre la justice.
Et j'imagine qu'ensuite, il restera qu'à réveiller les morts.
Non, mais je soignerai peut-être un infirme d'ici la fin de la semaine. Si j'en ai le temps, bien sûr.
Monsieur, Werner a été de nouveau aperçu en ville, et les conversations entre esclaves ont augmenté.
Travailleurs.
Quoi?
On les appelle travailleurs. C'est bon pour le moral. Ça leur rappelle qu'ils pourraient gagner leur liberté un jour.
Quel que soit leur nom, ils ont accumulé des armes de fortune.
D'accord, d'accord. Mets tes gardes en alerte. Dis-leur de surveiller les gens qui glandent un peu trop dans la ville basse. Et garde constamment un œil sur Midea. S'il doit y avoir du lourd, ça passera forcément par elle. Pour l'instant, j'ai une réunion très importante avec cette personne. Alors s'il se passe quelque chose, utilise l'interphone.
Entendu.
I think this is a really interesting conversation. He specifically tells him, don't call them slaves, call them workers, because they could eventually win their freedom. And we're going to learn why he has that outlook.
Je savais que tu ne faisais pas partie des travailleurs ordinaires. D'où ma question, qui es-tu? Et que viens-tu faire dans ma ville?
And he knows. He knows we're not from the pit. So he asks us, who are you? What are you doing in my city? And how do we answer? I heard the pit is forming an army. I want to join. It's complicated. I just came to search, and I want to liberate the slaves. let's say it's complicated.
Je comprends. Nous avons tous un passé, et rares sont ceux qui ont des raisons d'en être fiers. Mais tout ça est derrière toi. Pitt a une armée puissante, une industrie florissante, et aura peut-être bientôt un remède contre les radiations. Mais rien n'est parfait, et le passé revient parfois nous hanter. Dis-moi, as-tu entendu parler d'un dénommé Werner?
And so he says, it's okay. I don't care where you come from. You can join the army. But do you know a man named Warner? And we could lie, but I think it's better to be truthful and say, yes, he's the one who brought me here.
J'apprécie ta franchise. C'est une qualité rare à notre époque. Werner était mon lieutenant jusqu'à sa trahison et sa fuite. Je pense qu'il t'a fait venir pour voler quelque chose de précieux pour la ville. Tu as l'intention de suivre son plan? Parle sans détour. Ne te laisse pas intimider par la tourelle qui est derrière toi. Excellente décision, 109. Très sage. On dirait que Werner n'a pas su t'estimer à ta juste valeur. Et il a clairement sous-estimé ce que je suis prêt à faire à ceux qui menacent notre petite découverte. Je crois que le moment est venu de te présenter le remède. Retournons au labo, où Sandra pourra tout expliquer. Je ne te retiens pas. Je ne te retiens pas. Je ne te retiens pas. Bon sang, j'arrive. Oublie l'offre de Werner et réfléchis à la mienne. Débarrasse-nous de Werner et tu auras un avenir radieux à Pitt. Ne me déçois pas, 109.
Okay, so through a little bit more talking, he says, I have a cure to the radiation disease here. And he wants to introduce us to them. Well, here's his wife.
Assure m'a dit que tu passerais peut-être, mais je pensais à autre chose. La petite Marie est un ange, mais elle réclame de l'attention. Je m'appelle Sandra. Assure m'a affectée aux recherches médicales de Pitt, et Marie est notre fille. Notre petit miracle, en fait.
March, thank you for the follow. So, talking to his wife, we say, we're looking for a remedy.
Oh, je déteste qu'il l'appelle comme ça.
And she doesn't like it that
Franchement, ce n'est pas une
that he
manière
calls her
d'appeler
that.
sa fille.
And she says, through the science check, their daughter has immunity to the radiation and the mutations of the city. And eventually they want to find a way to get that immunity and spread it to everybody so they no longer have to use slaves for labor.
Eh bien, voilà une bonne surprise. Oui.
And of course, if we say, you know,
Oh non.
are you going to hurt your daughter? And she's like, no, it's my daughter. How would I hurt her? So we get to make the decision. Do we kidnap the girl and take the girl to Warner because Warner wants to get the cure? Or do we leave them with them, which leaves the system of slavery in place? And you know what's telling about this DLC? Is that neither choice gives you karma. There's no right answer. And if you talk with her, or actually later, I think if you talk with what's her name? Melody? Medea. Yeah, Medea. We get to guilt her into revealing her plans. So let's talk about that. Ooh, Ice Age. That's an old reference.
On cherche de l'amusement.
You're a little short, aren't you? Are you okay? Whoa. Okay. All right. We're just gonna let you be. We should save, actually. Yeah, I don't know. After seeing someone clip to the floor, we're gonna save. And so now the slaves are revolting to time up with our kidnapping the baby. But since we're choosing not to kidnap the baby, we're gonna go find Werner. Oh, that is a lot of bodies. Holy shit. And of course, if you kill the slaves, you lose karma. Now, you don't have to kill them. You know, you can just walk by them. Now we're in the upper section. So we basically took a shortcut back. Let's talk to Medea.
Alors, je suppose que tu as rejoint Ashur et les siens, hein? D'autres avant toi ont gagné leur liberté et oublié aussitôt d'où ils venaient.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little dark, but at the same time, I miss movies having a little bit of a dark tinge to them. So she tries to guilt us here, saying, well, you got your liberty, now you don't care about us. And we're going to say, you know that the remedy is a baby, right?
Bien sûr que je le savais, débile. Je sais aussi que c'est notre seule chance de trouver un remède et d'obtenir notre liberté. S'ils trouvent un remède, tu crois qu'ils vont le partager?
And we're going to hit her with the child at heart. I can't believe you would take a baby from their parents, you evil person.
Mais on n'allait pas lui faire de mal. On avait seulement besoin d'elle
And
pour
that
gagner
guilts
notre
her
liberté.
into changing sides.
D'accord, d'accord. Faire.
Okay, now we know Werner's location. And he's in the scrapyard. So we gotta go all the way back to scrapyard to finish it with Werner. En finir avec Werner. I don't know. I never liked the idea of toppling over Asher, because I think as a morally gray thing, like, yeah, Asher has plans, right? And are they going to work out? Maybe, maybe not. But it's still something that is like, where are you shooting, dude? My guy just fucking went to the next zip code. Holy shit. All right. A lot of walking here. Yeah, and Werner comes off as kind of a scumbag. Because Werner definitely didn't tell us the whole picture. Right? Like, he didn't want to tell us what the cure was. He didn't want to tell us what was going on. Or he didn't tell us about the disease as well of the pit. And we also learned that he was Asher's lieutenant. So, honestly, we're being manipulated by Werner. And even though Asher is kind of unethical, I think Werner would be probably even worse. Uh-oh. Where did that grenade come from? Nah, you did not throw that grenade. And if we talk to him, he's gonna give us some bullshit.
Ah, te voilà enfin.
Your plan is over.
Et t'as fait alliance avec lui, pas vrai? Après, je croyais...
So we can we can tell him leave and never come back if we don't want to kill him. Nah. Nah, fuck you. You and your eye patch. Easy. And if we look at the, yeah. If we look at the lab where they wanted to put the baby, like, I don't know. I don't know. A bone saw? Like, what is going on here that they thought they could... I don't know, man. We're leaving the baby where it is. The baby is staying in place. We're not gonna fucking snatch a baby. You know, slavery in Pittsburgh, you know, whatever. Kidnapping? Nah. Miss me with that. Besides, we already got all the goodies we want to have. So, now we go back to Asher. More walking. For our reward. Which is, the reward is a little underwhelming, to be honest. But I think most of the rewards are the ones that we got from the scrapyard. Like, I just think that's so much better. The power armor, the weapons, as opposed to just beat the quest and here's a gun, right? Which I kind of agree with that design philosophy, right? You don't want, you don't want players to not play your game. So having the weapons locked behind you collecting the ingots is kind of like, yeah, you better play it to earn them. Yeah, I could see it. Oh, and I forgot the secondary, there's a secondary reward in this game that is a little bit hidden. This is pretty cute. They're doing like target practice over there. Oh, keep going, buddy. You'll hit something eventually.
C'est tranquille autour de la ville, il paraît.
On est encore vu debout?
There we go. Back to the Cathedral of Learning. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a Wicker Man or something. I don't know. It looks pretty metal though.
Je savais que je pouvais te faire confiance, et je n'ai pas été déçu.
And then what will happen with the workers?
Pour l'instant, rien.
And he says
Jusqu'à ce qu'on
nothing.
ait développé un traitement
But
à partir
when
de
we
Marie,
find the cure,
ils devront continuer à trimer.
we can change
Sinon,
things.
Mais...
And what's our reward, buddy?
Tu as évité l'effondrement de la ville, et je...
Alright. So now we got this perk here. We got a few perks from this DLC. From gathering the scrap, we got Auto Axe Bear. 25% more damage. From the pit fight, we got the Pit Fighter. Radiation resistance, 3%. And last one is... Where's it at? Here it is. The research medical of the pit has improved your life. Try not to think of what it cost others, though. Your radiation resistance has been increased by 10%, which is pretty pathetic. Just because radiation is really not a problem in this game. There's no areas that are that important. Yeah, you can't do that.
Mais cette petite génie de Pitt.
If you want to eat the baby, you gotta play it yourself. But now we're gonna walk back to, actually, we could fast travel. I'm a dummy. We could just fast travel. I don't know. If you side with Werner, maybe you could eat the baby. I don't know. I don't think I've ever sided with Werner. He just rubs me the wrong way. And now for the secret reward of the DLC, because everyone forgets it. It's the ammo press. Now, Fallout New Vegas had a ammunition mechanic where you could like make your own ammo. But this game also has it, hidden behind the DLC here. Fuck you. Get away from me. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay, so we have to put in ammunition that we don't want. So in this case, what do we not want? 32. 32 is pretty useless for us. We're going to put in all of our 32. And then we're going to go to this computer here. And we're going to say, production. We're going to make, what do we want? Let's make 556. And with the 32 that we put in, we're going to get 400 out. And press. And we come out. And now we have, oh, we have 573. There we go. So this lets you change your ammunition types from less useful types to newer types. But it only works with, like, you know, your typical stuff, not the energy weapons or anything else. So changing the 32 into 556, that's pretty nice. Nope. This is the only place in the game where you could do it. On that press, right there. Not any of the other ones. Only that one. And, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. And you could tell, like, they didn't really know what they were doing with that mechanic. But in Fallout New Vegas, that's where they expanded it. So now we're done with Pittsburgh. And we're going to go back to the Wasteland. Yeah, it's really nice. And especially that since we did it late game, now we're kind of like level 19 or 20. We could change all of our 32. I would change the 10mm as well. But the 10mm is useful in our backwater rifle. So we don't want to get rid of all of that. We are still good, even though we killed a few slaves. We picked up the agility bobblehead as well. Dump all of our stuff. And what do we want to use? So now we're going to be going to Old Olney. Let's use Hellfire Armor. Put our good stuff away. And for weapons, Alien Blaster. Oh, right. What is it called in this game? Pistolet. Yeah, Pistolet Alien. We're gonna take... We're gonna be fighting a lot of Enclave. We'll take the Perforator. And robots, too. We'll take the... We want to take the plasma rifle or the shotgun? will take... Let's take the shotgun. Let's take the metal blaster. There you go. Voila. Those on. Okay, so... we finished the Pitt DLC. Now let's continue the Broken Steel DLC. We have to go to Old Olney and find a Tesla coil. No followers. Honestly, I prefer no followers. Old Olney in this game is the area that is full of death claws. Fortunately, the death claws in Fallout 3 are not really that dangerous. Mostly because you can damage them. The death claws you find in Fallout New Vegas have a damage threshold that is very high. And they are a nightmare to kill. They are so bad to kill. Okay? And because of that, you know, they kind of suck. But in this game, as long as you have a half-decent weapon, you can take them out. Oh, the Enclave respawned. Let's see if we could take them out with our perforator. Oh, yeah. And you see, just because it's suppressed, they didn't even shoot at us. So pretty good. Like that. Plasma grenades. Yes, please. You have a missile launcher? No. You had a missile, but no launcher. Interesting. Right? We're using this Enclave Hellfire armor just for a little bit, because in Old Olney, we're going to find another set of armor that is unique. So that'll be fun. And that one talks to us, I think. If I remember right. I think that's the talking armor. Old Olney, you cannot enter it. You have to like find a door. Somewhere around here. I don't know. And I like this armor because it's the best armor in the game, but it looks a little bug-like. I don't know. I like the other Enclave armor, to be honest. Deathclaw? Hello. Yeah, so maybe the perforator's not the gun. Because it's just a little slow on the rate of fire. But the metal blaster should be able to do it. Wonderful. Boar. Skeletons. How did they separate the meat from the skeletons? That's my question. Alright. Here we are. There we go. Let's go this way first. I don't know if you should be asking that. I don't know why I'm opening these. I know there's nothing good inside of them. Yeah, just money. Oh, whatever. Okay, so we found a fat man. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's around this corner? Another Deathclaw. He was trying to get in this room. I know what he wanted in here. Magnum. Alright. Down this cave is the armor. Whoa. Still alive. So here it is. Prototype power armor. Medical. And if we put on this armor...
Écoute bien, face de putois. Tu portes maintenant un prototype d'armure assistée médicalisée. Prends soin de moi, et je m'occuperai de toi.
And it talks to us. And I don't remember... I need to look this up, actually, because this armor might screw us over. Let me see. Because I know there's an armor that heals you, but it also uses your items without you knowing, and it is worse than you think it is. Power armor, prototype medical. So this armor speaks when you alert an enemy, and it gives you medics. So, how are we doing on medics? 16. Okay, that's fine. We could live with that. I was about to say, there's another armor, but it might be in New Vegas. There you go. So it just talks when there's an enemy. You know, kind of whatever. So this sewer exists in the base game. But I think the DLC just adds this ladder. That's all the DLC does. Get this ammunition and let's enter the area. Oh, okay. Come on. There we go.
Qu'est-ce que... Comment...
Oh, these guys are running. Let's see. Fuck away from me. There we go. So, the ghouls here were trying to make a little settlement. And of course they tried to make it in the most dangerous area of the game. And they all died because of the death claws. What a tragedy. You know? I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. I don't even know how they got here. I think this one like kills someone right here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, like, you know, I don't know how news travels around the wasteland, but you would think, like, hey, have you heard of anyone living in that city? No. Maybe there's a reason, right? Maybe there's a reason why. Okay, drop down. Not that way. We need to turn around. Here it is. I remember this bathtub. This bathtub is my marker for where to go. There you go. There's a bunch of miscellaneous junk around here. Nothing really too interesting. I think there's a Nuka-Cola Quantum bathtub stream. You wish. You wish, Bry. You know, honestly, I kind of want to take a bath. Like, I haven't taken a bath. Okay, look, I shower regularly, but I haven't taken a bath in... I couldn't even tell you how many years. I don't even remember taking a bath ever, right? And especially since I went to the concert yesterday, and I still haven't showered. I was thinking, I was like, man, I should like run a bath. That'd be pretty nice. But I don't know if like I kind of want to get. What do you even put in a bath, right? Like I don't know. Nah, I went to bed. I went to bed, man. I'm not. If I get home and it's midnight and I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I'm not taking a shower. I'll shower in the morning. And I'm gonna wash my sheets this week. But like, you know, who cares? Okay. Now the Enclave are gonna attack us now. There's an asshole up there with a fucking flamethrower. Kill you. Give me your junk. Give it to me. Actually, what's better? 32, 29? Maybe if we repair this, it'll be better. Oh, we do have a fat man. I forgot we picked that up. Actually, first thing we're gonna save. Second thing we're gonna do. This asshole up here. Fuck you. Who's shooting me? Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of have plans after this to like run a bath. But I don't have anything to put in the bath. I know they like sell like salts or something or like bubble bath. I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I'll get like groceries and like try to see if they have some there. I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't sell that at the grocery store, but maybe they do. I don't know. But it might be nice because my legs are a little sore. So we're in the Tesla factory or whatever. Not the Tesla factory. What's it called? The Power Works or something. And basically here, we have to fight through a ton of stuff to get to the to get to the Tesla coil. And this area is full of sentry bots. And I hate sentry bots because they shoot missiles and cripple our limbs. So we're going to use the alien blaster and instantly kill them. Level up. Ooh, level 20. We're going to finish our repair so we can perfectly repair anything. Science is at 90. We can do hard block picks. Sneak. We'll do some sneak. Level 20. These are, so in the base game, this would be the end of the game. You cannot level over level 20. These final perks are both really good. Every marker on the map is revealed. Also, whenever you get a VATS kill, it immediately refills your VATS. We're going to pick that one. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's the most broken one. I feel like we have to. They had to nerf it for Fallout 3. Or, I'm sorry, Fallout, New Vegas. Because it was that good. Okay. This area is full of radiation. But, oddly enough, we just finished the perk that gives us radiation resistance. So we're pretty good. You... There's another fucker. Where are you? There you are. Hate those guys. I hate the missile launchers. Okay, this hallway is full of turrets. Fuck. Okay. Try it again. Descending. Okay. Definition? No. Protecting? No. Okay. Hmm. Like this one. Every time you start it again, you get fresh tries, but it also resets the puzzle. And if you find parentheses pointing at each other, it has a chance to reset and give you more tries. 1 out of 10. Want to approach? Nope. I don't know. And by the time you're doing hard and very hard, the words are too long. Recreating. Separating. 5, 5. Okay. Initiation. 3? 3? Come on. You know what? I don't give a fuck. Whatever. You go down here. There's a bunch of turrets. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. There you go. Press the button. And we're in. We're in a lovely room. We come down here and there's some alien power cells for our alien blaster. Very rare. Very, very rare. There's not very many of them in the whole game. So we need to get the Tesla coil. And if you're stupid, you could just grab it. Like, it'll probably kill you. There's a pretty decent chance it'll kill you, to be honest. You could do that. Let's save. How much does this hurt us? Oh, we survive. Wow. Okay, well, let's show you how you're supposed to do it. I think you can turn these off here, here, and here. And then you could grab it. And it hurts you less. Right? You see that hurt us just a tiny bit. Or you can go to this computer and fucking play Wordle and turn it off. But yeah, if you're just like, oh, that's my quest objective, and then you grab it and you immediately die, I think that's hilarious. We're outside. We cannot fast travel because we need to kill these death claws. Where's you? Where's your buddy? Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Okay. Nope. Too close to an enemy. There you are. And you got your friend. Okay. Well, since we're in the area, let's go get to the truck that has the Nuka-Cola Quantum on it. I think it's down there. And then we start the penultimate mission for Broken Steel DLC. So we're looking for this Red Rocket gas station. And there should be a truck with Nuka-Cola Quantums in it. Here it is. Oh, look, a giant scorpion. Wonderful. That guy's dead. Here's the truck full of soda. There's both regular soda and quantum soda. And 2 vending machines. Are we gonna get lucky? Nope. And no. Shit. Okay, that's alright. At least we got the quantums. Now, let us drop off our junk at our house. I think we're gonna keep the Fat Man. Or should we get the Merv? This might be a good time to get the Merv, actually. Now that I'm like thinking about it. Okay, put away that. We're gonna keep our Hellfire armor. We just used the metal blaster. Let us use... We don't need a Fat Man. We don't need one. Gauss rifle. Perfect. We will take a combat shotgun. And our assault rifle. That should be plenty. Just making sure we're not naked. And let's go. We're gonna go and get the Merv. So, there is a depot here on the north side of the map. You can only access it from the wasteland, not from DC. Okay. And it has a very special weapon and a bobblehead. And since we're on the last mission with a very big open area, I want to have that special weapon. Oh yeah. Just a little overpowered. Now, to get the special weapon, there is an unmarked side quest. So no quest markers, no directions. Where you have to gather 4 out of the 5 Keller family tapes scattered throughout the wasteland. They are in completely random areas. And I think we've already gotten one. There's one in a church. There's one on the river. There's one at a random power line. And there's one... Where is the last one? I don't know. I don't even know. Somewhere. Is it in Evergreen Mills? Maybe? It is way out there. It is... They are a pain in the ass to find. You basically need a guide. Right? Like, if you're not 100%ing the game, you need a guide to find all of them. Oh, it's at the Grizzly Diner. I remembered. It's at the Grizzly Diner near Old Olney. And you have to find them, and I guess the tapes do tell you where the bunker is in the National Guard Depot. Which then you have to find the National Guard Depot, which is not... It's not mentioned anywhere else in the game, so good luck with that. And once you get it, it is the most impractical weapon in the entire game. It shoots 8 nuclear bombs at once. So, if you use it, there's a very real chance you will kill yourself. Which is, I mean, it's kind of funny, to be honest. Right? And it takes 8 bombs to fire it in the first place. So, like, most players will not even be able to fire it once. In Fallout New Vegas, they realized that. They were like, look, we know it's funny that it's in the game, but it's not usable. And so what they did in New Vegas is when the fucking missile launcher. Where are you at? Where are you at? I hate missile launchers. That car's gonna blow up. No, fuck you. Well, we survived with 3 broken legs. So in Fallout New Vegas, the weapon is still in the game, but instead of being a special weapon, it is a modification to a weapon in the form of special ammo, and the explosions are much tinier, and it's fun to use, right? They made it so it's usable. Yeah. National Guard Depot. I'm not really sure how the military works, to be honest. There is the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard, technically. And also the National Guard, but I think the National Guard is run by the individual states, I think? Question mark. But they often have military equipment, so it's kind of weird how it works. But, you know, you'll see them around if you're American. Okay, we need to find... There's a way we have to go. I don't remember where. Because this building is, like, destroyed. So you're looking for one door to proceed. Here? A little bit. Okay, some physics object is just going crazy right now. I can hear it, like, flapping around. Okay. More enemies. That's a good sign. I think it's over here. Sentry bot. Fuck you. Nope. Not lucky. We got another vending machine. Let's try it. No. Also no. Fuck. We're doing terrible. Okay. So now this area is more linear. What is going on with this audio? Ooh, that is a Mark 8 turret. That is a tough guy. I think if we go this way, there's a skill book. This is like the boss's office. And we might have to reload. Just because this sound is driving me crazy. What do we got over here? A book? Nice. Deviled eggs? Deviled eggs. Cereal? Okay. Okay, this is driving me crazy. We're gonna stop the menu. Okay. Then we're gonna no. Then we're gonna load. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't hear the sound anymore. That must have done the trick. Since this is an armory, there is a ton of ammo. Which is great. If we were low level. Little shooting range here. Nice that they filled it with enemies. Little bathroom there, another bathroom. Sniper? Sure. Why not? You know, hello? Thank you. Ooh, a lot of healing items here. Okay. Now that we've come through that area... Oh, no, we still have the office. Fuck. Let's switch weapons. Shotgun. Yes. There you go. I think there's a sentry bot just around the corner. Yep. There we go. Alright. So we've gone through that whole area. To circle around. To come here. For this switch. We hit the switch. And that opens up. We have to come around. Come on. There we go. And that's where we were. Let's go kill this guy. And now that we've entered this room, we can hit the button to enter the bunker. And voila, we're in the bunker. So, in the bunker is a ton of armor, a bobblehead, ammo, and guns. Which is pretty nice. But the secret weapon is further in, and it's locked behind that door. Okay? But we're gonna do something naughty. We're gonna do something we shouldn't do. Okay? Watch this. So, this door you can't open. You have to use this code, but you don't have the code. Okay? You go into third person mode. Okay? You crouch. You walk up against the door here. Get right in the corner. And you turn your... Oh! You turn your camera up. And it'll tell you, activate electrical switch. You can activate it through the wall. And the door opens. Ta-da! That's how the devs intended for you to get into the bunker, by the way. There's a ghoul in here, who's one of the survivors. And there's the rest of the family. And here it is. They give you 5 nukes and the weapon. And a quantum. And there's just other, you know, assorted goodies in here. But that's really all we came for was the Merv. Now we can leave. Yeah, once I learned about the glitch that you could just open the door through the wall. Like, why would you ever do the other way? You know? Like, I don't get it, you know? Like, it's literally the hardest quest in the game. Just because it's so spread out. There's no quest markers or anything. Yeah, screw that, you know? There we go. And now that we're outside, let's just give it a good shot here. Make sure it's repaired. There we go. We should save so we don't die. Okay, we have 2 shots with it. Okay, we're gonna aim a little bit up. Ta-da! Great. And if we shoot it close to us, wonderful. And that's all we get out of it. So you could see it doesn't really work unless you have a giant area. But fortunately, we are going to have a giant area up ahead. We're going to go deliver the coil.
Vous avez trouvé une bobine Tesla? Excellent. Je vais faire porter ça au script sur le champ. Vous avez fait du bon travail, soldat. Vous êtes d'attaque pour votre prochaine mission? On n'a pas de temps à perdre. À partir des données que vous avez récupérées à la station relais, nous avons découvert d'où l'enclave dirigeait ses opérations. Il semble qu'elle dispose d'un PC auxiliaire sur la base aérienne d'Adams, à l'extérieur de DC. Le seul moyen sûr de s'y rendre est d'emprunter le métro présidentiel qu'employaient les autorités avant la guerre. Vous agirez de nouveau en solo. Le reste de la confrérie fera diversion afin que vous puissiez vous infiltrer discrètement. Après avoir franchi le métro présidentiel et avoir pénétré dans la base aérienne d'Adams, cherchez la caisse de logistique. À l'intérieur, vous trouverez de nouvelles instructions
Et avec de la chance, nous pourrons vous confier un canon Tesla en état de marche.
Okay. So, quest finished. Valor, shock valor, shock value. Sorry. Qui os vaincra.
Quelque chose?
In the English version, that is the Who Dares Wins.
Salut.
We should probably take this. So this is going to be a longer mission, and we do have to get to it. I think it's not too far, actually. House rifle will put you away. Sniper, frags. I feel like I want to take one more thing. Plasma rifle? Perhaps? Ooh, minigun. Where's Eugene? Oh. And we'll take that to rip. So, we have to enter the presidential metro to take the subway to Adams Air Force Base, where the Enclave are. Adams Air Force Base is a real place. When the president leaves the White House, they usually take the helicopter from the White House to Adams to the airplane. Yeah. Luckily, we already have the location here, Pennsylvania Avenue North. And let's rip it. Jesus, that body. Holy shit. Oh, it finally stopped. My goodness. Let's blow up that bus. There you go. And here's the White House. As you can see, there was the White House. So much for that. But we're going underground, so we don't care. You can actually go over there, and I think there's a Fat Man weapon. But that's really all there is. Actually, we do need to go. Yeah, you know, it's one of those places. Even though they built something on top of it, we still call it by its old name. I think it's here. Here it is. Now this area is a little bit confusing because it's like two separate areas. But at the very least, it's interesting. It's also very, very hard if you're not ready for it. One of the reasons why it's so difficult is that there are enemies that are leveled to you. And it would be a bunch of ghouls, right? Now the ghouls are reavers if you're over a certain level. And they are comically tough. They are ridiculously tough. Almost to the point where I thought my game was glitching out. And if you notice, we are holding still every time we fire a gun. That's for that extra damage from that perk from Point Lookout. Okay, we're going to the capital. Man, I don't know how that guy got up there. That is something. Okay, here we go. On this dead body, there is a employee ID for a senator. And if you pick that up, you can then make the security friendly to you, which helps a lot in this area. But only if you pick up that or you have a high science check. Maybe you could do it with speech. I'm not sure. Maybe you could. Okay, through those doors is a NPC we have to talk to. And this area is tragic. Look at this. This fucking gnome taking a photo of these teddy bears on the track. They have a sign that says help us. Cruel. And unusual. And now we have to talk to the computer. Oh. We could try the speech check. We have the science. Or I am a member of the Senate. Here's my ID. And they says there's a security problem. Tell me about it. And so there's a bunch of weird people in the subway. Those are all the ghouls. Okay. So now, since we gave her the ID, we are friendly to the robots. And, oh, Bri, I don't think you're gonna like these weird people. We are gonna save, actually. Because we might die here. And we're gonna actually take a bunch of drugs, too. Health. Damage resistance. Damage. So we see all these robots are friendly. Please tell me they're not Reavers. There's one. Oh, Quantum. Thank you. think we're lucky. I honestly think we're pretty lucky. Usually, I think it's because we're only level 20. If we were like level 22, those enemies would be insane. So this breaker, or this fuse thing, is broken. Uh-oh. We still good? Yeah, we're still good. Okay. I think I have to kill you. He has the fuse. We need to go take the fuse to the fuse box, and now everything now everything is mad at us. We don't really care. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. There you go. Alright. Now, we get to take the train. And this is a really interesting thing on how they did this. This train, or I should say, the engine, the game engine, can't handle a moving train. But the way they animated this was they put the train in the player model. So if we watch, it flashes us to white. And this is actually like the player, like running. Yeah. Really, really nice workaround. So we've arrived at the Air Force Base. Of course, there's a bunch of punk-ass Enclave here. We're gonna fix that. Okay, we're repaired up. And now for our assault on the Air Force Base. And you can see they're all moving somewhere. They're all mobilizing. And the reason is if we come to this box, we have a Tesla cannon and orders.
Ici le paladin Tristan. Si vous entendez ceci, c'est que vous avez franchi le métro présidentiel. Il ne vous reste plus qu'à affronter la base aérienne d'Adams. Selon nos éclaireurs, les commandes de tir du satellite porteur de missiles se trouvent dans la tour principale de la plateforme mobile de l'enclave. Le seul accès à la plateforme est une rampe qui s'abaisse depuis le poste de garde de l'enclave, dans l'ancienne tour de contrôle du trafic aérien. L'ouverture de la caisse a activé une balise. Nous allons en capter le signal et lancer l'assaut afin de protéger votre arrivée. Bonne chance et le ciel vous garde.
So, we have a Tesla cannon now, which is a great weapon. It's a single shot weapon, kind of like the Gauss rifle. But it does very good damage and damage over time. It's very ammo efficient. It's very powerful. And more importantly, the Enclave helicopters are instantly destroyed by it. So you see we're just sniping off these turrets here. Easy peasy. Now some Enclave are starting to attack us. Let's see what we could do. Really powerful weapon. It just makes it too easy. So now that we're here, we have to find a way to open up the crawler. And once we open up the crawler, we can enter it and attack. So, make sure we save. Save again. We're going to pull out the Merv. Hopefully we don't die. Here's a bunch of enemies. Pink! That's neat. Okay, here's another one. Actually, I think we could just destroy it with the Tesla cannon. Maybe it's because these are cutscene ones. Usually we'd be able to destroy them really easily. And you see, even though we hit him, it takes a couple seconds, and then he dies. That's from the damage over time. We're gonna come this way. And, oh, there's some more enemies here. I think there's a button we could press. Here. Press that button. And I think there's artillery that comes down. That's great. Didn't really do anything. I suppose it's the thought that counts. That should explode. Come on. This is getting just a little too tedious for me. Oh, let's use a heavy incinerator, actually. Do we have the Pyromaniac perk? I'm not sure we do. I don't think we do. We gotta get that next time. Next level, we're getting Pyromaniac. Nice electrical hum here. I think there's a couple, like, half-hidden areas here. Not hidden, but areas that you're not really intended to go. But they added a little extra goodies here. Oh, he is tanky. Oh my goodness. Just a couple more turrets up here. I think this is one of these areas. If you manage to sneak over here, I think there's more artillery. Why do we keep picking up blood? Come on. Disgusting. Yeah, easy artillery. And of course, they put a bunch of very exposed turrets everywhere. Just to make you use this gun more. I think this gun is plenty interesting on its own. Without kind of forcing the player to use it. There we go. Kind of killed him so fast the cutscene ended. Close quarters, we're bringing out a shotgun. And for some reason they locked the door to their base. And they put the door control in a different tower. So here we are. Open the ramp. Now we have to come back. Alright. Got one more enemy. Minigun. Yeah, so there's just a ton of little enemies. Honestly, I don't care about these guys. If you look over there, I think it's over there, the Brotherhood is fighting. They're acting as backup. I think we need more explosives. I think that's why we don't have Pyromaniac. There it is. Pyro Man. Ah, we needed 60, not 50. There we go. So with this one, we do 50% extra fire damage. So that's, I mean, that's a lot of damage. 50% extra. So you can see this is like some kind of big crawler. Like it's a building that moves. I don't know if these are real or not. Okay. We have a lot of these. You need science to turn off the fields. Or else they'll hurt you. I think we gotta talk to... There's a nerd over here? No? Well, we could talk to him. I don't know why he's running away. But if you go to the left, we get attacked by a crazy team. But if we just camp the entrance with a minigun, they all just run like lemmings. Poor guys. But these guys are a pain in the ass. Oh, whoops. It's already been 3 hours. Okay. Here's another Enclave facility, but this one is multi-leveled, and I don't want to go all the way up just yet because there is a armory with a special weapon, but I don't remember where it is. But this place has signs, so how hard could it be? Storage. Mainframe? Sure. That seems important. Oh. Try it again. There we go. There we go. What does this do? Open, open, open. Yes, please. What does this do? Ooh, robot control. Okay. 2. Okay, so it cannot end in ing. Okay, it cannot end in ion. Fuck. Okay. No. Unimportant. No. Influential? There we go. And what can we do here? Designate Enclave as hostile. Sure. Now all the robots are our friends. That's great. Ow. Okay, we need to reload. Security bot, go help me. Help me. Could have sworn there was a special flamethrower right there. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I was about to say, let me check these guys. Because sometimes the enemies will pick up weapons that are just lying around. Okay. Medical bay. Wonderful. Another one? Oh, there's another one. Good thing you have a minigun, because I can repair. Okay. Armory. Armory. Dormitory? No. What is this? This is a kitchen. Okay. This is a mess hall. Ah, here we go. This looks interesting. Ah, here it is. Here's the flamer. What's over here? Bobblehead, 0 out of 10. Conclusion. Okay. Glasses. No. Do I care? Not really. Hey, armory. This way. Oh, look at that. He already killed this guy for us. Ah, the precision Gatling laser. And I think the Recon composite helmet is also a unique helmet. This is the armory. I don't think there's any special weapons in here. Only the one that the guy has on his person. Yeah, just shotguns, a sniper rifle, buttload of ammo. Good to see. Don't care. Ooh, alien power cells in these. Don't think we'll need them though. I think we're pretty set for the rest of the game. Wonderful. Let's use that precision Gatling laser. Lance flamme flamme lance. That's a very weird way to put that. This basically says flamethrower, slow fire. In the English version, it is the low burn flamer. So, I'm not sure I would have translated it that way, but you know, that's on them. Oh, actually, we're a little bit low ammo on these. What do we want to use? Let's use the heavy incinerator. To launch pad. Perfect. I think we have a little battle up here. Oh, actually, all the robots are our friends. Oh, that's wonderful. I was about to say, I remember this part being a real pain in the ass. But if we hack them, they're our friends. If only real life worked that way. Yeah, maybe the flamethrower is not the best play here. Ooh, another Gatling laser. Man. I think we gotta go this way. Well, so much for that guy. What's in here? Armor. That's a ladder. Ammo? Ooh. One missile. No, thank you. Yeah, you get in there. Get in there, robot buddy. Oh, you're dead. Okay, well, so much for you. I wish I could blow these guys up, but I think we'll just stick with the lightning gun. I think there's one more guy. Where are you at? You're upstairs. You're too close. There you go. And I think this last section is a good old shotgun section. That's the Brotherhood dropping down to help us out. On to the control satellite. Tower. I don't know why I did a weird pause there. Let us heal, actually. Hanky. Are you really trying to punch me? Really? Knucklehead. Wonderful scientist. There we go. Okay, so on this fancy looking computer, we get to talk with the satellite. And I think this is a reference to the cancelled Fallout game before Fallout 3. Fallout Van Buren, I think it was. So it says here Bradley Hercules satellite. I think that's a reference to the old Fallout game. And basically it's saying the satellite is a little bit broken, but we get to use it to destroy something. We have 4 salvos left on the satellite. Similar to what destroyed Liberty Prime. Before we do that, I want to wait until it's nighttime proper, because this looks cooler at night. There you go. We're going to fire them, and we could choose all these wonderful places. The Citadel, Project Purity, Megaton, Rivet City, or ourselves. Okay? Why would you ever shoot yourself with a nuke? I don't know. But really, these middle 3 options is not an option. They won't work. These are locked out. So if you're evil, you pick the Citadel. And if you're good, you pick the Enclave platform. We're going to pick the Enclave platform. We are a good character. Fire load. Confirm. And we got the audio for the good karma. And I don't think there's any rush, because it's a cutscene. Okay, we're going to come over here. And boy... that's not the nukes. I don't know why that happens. I think that just clears off all the NPCs. So we see the Brotherhood has hijacked one of the helicopters. And there's our girlfriend.
Ça vous surprend de me voir?
Not really into blondes, but you know, I'll make an exception. Happy that you're okay. And so, because we picked the Adams Air Force Base option, he says, let's watch the fireworks. And that's why we waited until nighttime, because I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Here we go. Nice. That was a satisfying explosion. Good dust cloud and everything. And now we go home. Now, if you picked the evil option to destroy the Citadel, where the Brotherhood live, instead of stopping and watching the fireworks, they'll be like, hey, we're dropping nukes here. We should probably leave. And then they just go straight to the Citadel and it's destroyed. So... Here we go, he congratulates
Lors de
us.
notre première rencontre, je me suis méfié de vos motivations et plus encore de vos méthodes. Lors de la bataille pour le projet Pureté, vous avez fait vos preuves. Et tous mes doutes se sont dissipés ce jour-là. Aujourd'hui que l'enclave est en ruine grâce à vous, les mots me manquent. Je suis fier de vous considérer comme un membre de la confrérie. Et je vous assure que ce que vous avez fait sera consigné comme un moment historique. Au nom de la confrérie de l'acier et des habitants libres des terres désolées, je vous remercie.
There we go. So, he thanks us. He says, I was a little bit suspicious of you at first, but you proved yourself a very great person. And let's talk to our girlfriend.
En vous voyant la première fois dans cette ruelle de Chevy Chase, j'ai cru que vous étiez une enflure de plus. Je suis contente de m'être trompée. Mon père pense beaucoup de bien de vous, et moi aussi. Si les choses avaient été différentes, on aurait pu se lier d'amitié. Quoi qu'il en soit, bonne
He
chance.
says, if things were different, maybe we could have been ... And she leaves us with that. Oh. Oh, that feels bad. Terrible. Alright, see you later. Yeah, you don't ever get with her.
Eh bien, j'imagine.
Okay, and then this guy, Rothschild, gives a repeatable quest. To fix Liberty Prime eventually. Although, not until the next game. So that's Broken Steel DLC. Ah, actually it's not. It is not. Let's go back to the Purifier. And look at how things are going over there. So remember, we turned on the Purifier to clean all the water. And we see now all of it is working. This is all working as it should. They're filling water. That's a crab. Huh. But over here, you see the water's running. This water, 0 radiation, and it heals you. Why are there Enclave here? Why? Why are you here? God, and I can't even walk up there. I have to walk all the way. Man, I have to walk all the way over here? Shit. So in real life, Washington, D.C., there is actually a tidal basin on the Potomac River. It's where the cherry blossoms were. But unfortunately, they had to take a lot of them out because it was flooding constantly. So they're trying to fix it all right now for the next few years. Yeah, so it's nice to see a real-life location like this used. And it kind of puts into perspective, like, yeah, we want to make clean water for everyone in the wasteland. So we're using, like, a small lake instead of, you know, the ocean. Because you can't, you know, you're not going to clean the ocean. But if we go into Project Purity, I think there's some quests in here. Which we'll probably do next time, but let's just talk to them just to get them started. And we see here's all these guys.
Bonjour.
Here's this guy crying at his computer.
Excusez le désordre. Il faut vous reconnaître ça. Vous avez eu du...
And he says, thank you for turning on the water purifier. You have also ruined my life. And then what are you talking about?
Pardon.
And he says, it's my job to distribute water, and this job sucks. Okay. So he gives us some repeatable quests here. But one of them is unique. And it involves nearby megaton. So actually, let's save looking at here, so we don't forget. All right. So 3.5 hours today. We did the Pitt DLC, collected everything in there. That was great. We managed to finish off Broken Steel, collecting the Tesla coil, and then assaulting Adams Air Force Base. That was pretty good as well. And then at the beginning of the stream, we also got the violin for Agatha. So she's playing the violin for us. Next time I think we'll finish off this side quest. And is there anything left in this game? I'm actually not sure. I don't think there is. We might do some side stuff. If I find some interesting things, we might do that. But that's probably gonna be our last stream next time for Fallout 3. But thanks for coming today. Let's end it here. Thank you for coming.